down real.
Well, I told you.
And you know when I ordered it tonight,
I got mine in my can.
Thank you.
down real.
Well, I told you.
And you know when I ordered it tonight,
I got mine in my can.
Thank you.
5 o'clock. You were up at the crack of dawn, wasn't you? You were up at the crack of dawn then? Yeah. Then here at 4:15 I got here. That's at 3:30. Oh, they're taking out 5 days. They're taking pictures now. That's why they open the lines up. Line by taking pictures.
Taking pictures with the crew.
Security and funding, she's not even stopping now. Clark is already late. Security and all of the camera in her hand. Everybody's going to want to take out pictures. You see, that's exactly what's going on. Everybody's taking pictures. Only one at the start and all the rest is going to start.
I don't want people to take pictures on camera. You have to. Idiots, so if they take my picture, that's not.
Sarah? She knows everything. Hi guys. Oh, how many pictures have we got in there now? We're going to go one. Just one. Alright. Come on guys. Mix in so we can get these ones. Oh, who's got some second? Phil? 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 Here you go. Have a wonderful trip. That was really quick. Oh my god. Think days away. Just press the button, it's short.
Yeah.
You're just like really clear, so that
Come on, you're tired.
They're all in the lines up by taking out pictures and pictures.
Sounds fun.
oh, this is you give up? There you go.
So just one more, I think I'll blink.
Don't blink this time.
Right.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's great, thanks.
Okay.
Cheers. Take two. Yeah, you close the lid on.
Okay. Can we take the stroller? Yes, please, so that we can get the holes locked. How are you? You'll get better pictures with him out. Stroller. You want to take this off? Okay, can you, that's it first. Sit down. Yes. Sorry, I didn't realise you were waiting for it.
Close up downstairs.
Apartment number 6, 56 pieces. You just have to receive one trophy of the equipment. Copy that.
Thank you very much.
How are you? Enjoy the flight. They took the stroller downstairs? You're welcome. Absolutely, yes. Certainly we can do that for you.
You would take a picture of it?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I've
Yeah.
got this one. I know how to use this
How
one.
to use that one. Okay, good. Sorry.
Red hair. Thanks. Don't come in work with red hair. I'll send you right home. Just stand to the side and then I get the phone outside. I'll wait Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Same for you, yeah. Just stand either side so that we get the cards outside.
Let me slip through.
Hello there, morning. Can I just have a
Hello.
look at your boarding card, please? I like your
Sure.
hair.
Thank you.
Very bright.
3A.
Thank you, I'm sorry. We just need to check them all now. Lovely. Thank you very much. Which one is it? We got two. Look at you.
Yeah, one has the frequent flyer, one.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Wow. Can I take a picture down that way?
Yeah.
That is very cool looking.
One is drinking his tea.
Thank you.
Hi. I did a really stupid thing. I left my newspapers out on the ticket desk. Yeah. In the lounge or at the
Very well,
boarding
thank you.
gate?
How are you?
Just here, where we, where the last check.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. Come on. I think I might switch it. That's it. Very nice.
There's a little monitor on the front that shows you how high you go.
For this British Airways Concorde service to London. Just like to take the next few minutes to pass through the aircraft with landing cards for the United Kingdom. If you hold a British or other EEC passport, a landing card is not required. Also, if you're in direct transit this evening to another international flight, you do not need to complete one of the white landing cards. If you need any assistance as we pass through the cabin, don't hesitate to stop and ask. Thank you.
So yeah, you need to be on which now? On your line? So you just got to open your That's fine. Let's have a look. Just how did you go?
A very good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the cabin crew, it's our pleasure to welcome you on board the British Airways Concorde. We'd also like to add a special welcome to those customers who have joined us today from another One World Alliance partners. Very shortly they will be leaving for London. Our cruising speed today will be more than twice the speed of sound at approximately 1,350 miles an hour, and we'll be reaching an altitude of approximately 58,000 feet. There are display screens in the cabin giving information about the flight. You'll see the letters DTG on here, and they stand for the distance to go. Before we leave, I'd just like to ask you now to make sure that your hand baggage is secured securely and isn't blocking any of the aisles or the exits. You can use the area underneath the seat in front of you or the wardrobe. Please don't store anything too heavy in the overhead lockers, as there is a danger of them falling out and causing injury. Please now fasten your seatbelts ready for departure. Your information, private portable telephones should be switched off now, as these can interfere with our aircraft systems. If there's anything at all you need during the flight, please don't hesitate to contact us. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy your supersonic Concorde experience with us.
Actually, mine was actually. Is it Concorde one? No, it's actually a Airways one. How much time is it? What's that? Take a picture of inside the plane. It's actually my bag. Yeah, something like yeah, and everything. Yeah. It's like you can let's have it, have it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah?
morning, ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain. My name's Les Brodie. Welcome on board our Concorde aircraft, the Speedbird Concorde 2, bound for London Heathrow. As you can hear, just starting 2 of our engines. Once they're started, we've got clearance from air traffic control. We'll push the aircraft back onto the taxiway and start the other 2 engines. On board today with me is Senior First Officer Paul Griffin. He'll be flying you to London and talking to you about the flight during the flight. We've also got Senior Engineer Officer Jez Wood on board with me. More importantly to you, though, in the passenger cabin is Cabin Service Director Simon Baxendale and his team. Simon and his crew will do everything possible to make your flight both comfortable and safe, and very soon now you'll be presented with some safety information. It's very important to pay attention to this and also to look at the safety instruction leaflet in the seat pocket in front of you, which is a part of the onboard safety equipment. While on the subject of safety, whilst in flight, even when the seatbelt sign isn't illuminated, it's our policy that you should stay in your seats with your seatbelt fastened, as we may meet some unexpected turbulence that's not forecast. But saying that, the forecast today is for a flight and very good conditions at London Heathrow, and the flight time 3 hours and 20 minutes. Well, I do hope you're comfortable and looking forward to the supersonic experience, and then Paul will give you an update of everything that's going on throughout the flight. Thank you.
She goes on loads of flights.
Thank you, Captain Cook. Kind of face doors to automatic and cross-check and stand by for a safety demonstration.
I was trying to aim in your face, but it didn't work.
Take you through our safety procedures and equipment, and would appreciate your full attention for the next few minutes. The safety card in your seat area shows details of the escape routes, oxygen masks and life jackets. It also shows the bracing position which you must adopt in an emergency landing. The emergency exits are on both sides of the aircraft. They are clearly marked and have been pointed out to you now. There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Please take a moment now to locate the exit nearest to you, keeping in mind that the nearest usable exits may be behind you. To help you find your way to the exits, additional lighting will be provided in the aisles at floor level. In the unlikely event of having to use an escape slide, leave all hand baggage behind and remove high-heeled shoes as they could tear the slide. Please now ensure that your table is folded away, your seat back is upright with the armrest down and your seatbelt fastened. The seatbelt is fastened and adjusted like this and unfastened like this. Whenever the fastened seatbelt signs are on, you must return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt securely. If the cabin air supply fails, oxygen will be provided. Masks like this will appear automatically. Stay in your seat and pull a mask towards you and this will open your oxygen supply. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this and breathe normally, adjusting the band to secure it. Do make sure your own mask is fitted before helping anyone else. Your life jacket is underneath your seat. In the event of a landing on water, remove the life jacket from its container and pull it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at the side. To inflate, pull the red toggle as shown. The air can be topped up by using this mouthpiece, and there is a whistle here for attracting attention. Do not inflate your life jacket until you're outside the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for infants. Please take note of the fasten seatbelt signs and also the no smoking signs, which will remain on as is the non-smoking service. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, please study the safety card. Remember that portable electronic equipment such as games, computing and word processing equipment can interfere with our aircraft system, so must be switched off at takeoff and landing. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask one of your crew today. Thank you.
Thank you, cabin crew. Please take your seats for takeoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you. The First Officer, my name's Paul Griffin. My pleasure to be flying the aeroplane for you today from New York JFK to London's Heathrow Airport. We're just taxiing out to runway 4 left at the moment. It's very unusual for us to use this runway at JFK. We're only doing it because 31 left is closed and there's a very strong wind down this runway, so that's rather an unusual occurrence. We have many first-time flyers on board the Concorde today, so I'll briefly describe the takeoff to you. Takeoff is a little more brisk than you're used to. The acceleration is such that we have to accelerate to 250 miles an hour on the runway before we get airborne. We use full power and the reheats to do this. The downside of this is that they're very noisy and they also consume a huge amount of fuel, so we try to turn those reheats off and bring the power back just as soon as we can, and we'll be doing that at 1,000 feet after takeoff. Those of you in the rear cabin will particularly notice a marked reduction in the noise level and a slight pitching forward motion, but this is completely normal, nothing for you to be concerned about. When we're 7 miles away from the airfield, we restore those engines up to full power and then continue the climb up to a point around about 23,000 feet. Once we've got supersonic clearance to climb up to our cruising altitudes, we will turn on those afterburners again. First of all the inboards and then the outboards. We do that in pairs for your comfort. And within a few seconds we're flying through Mach 1 and up to our supersonic cruising speeds. I'll get back to you just before that happens to describe that process to you. Might be just a little bit bumpy after takeoff today. There's quite strong winds and a bit of low cloud around, but we'll soon be climbing up above that into blue skies. Flight time today, just 3 hours and 20 minutes. I hope you enjoy the ride. And on a personal note, I'd like to say hello to Chloe and Max, my children, at the back of the aeroplane today, and I hope you have a fantastic time on the flight. We'll see you later. Gentlemen, the First Officer again. We've just been given air traffic control instructions that we've got to make a right turn straight after takeoff, so we'll be turning right out towards the east at 100 feet as soon as we're airborne. So a little lower than you're used to, but completely normal. Again, nothing for you to be concerned about. Thank you.
another senior crew member on board, Nick Brett. If Nick, Irene, and any of your crew can be of further assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. Once the seatbelt signs are switched on, we should be coming through the new champagne and canapes, followed by brunch, and it'll be your opportunity to purchase from our chairside duty-free exclusive to Concorde. Now all we ask is for you to sit back and relax. Mach 2, that's our cruising speed, and presently we're just passing 50,300 feet and climbing steadily at about 400 feet per minute. We're flying up the eastern seaboard on a northeasterly heading at 1,310 miles an hour. If you look on the indicators at the front of your cabin, you'll see the DTG sign. That means distance to go, so we have 3,260 miles to go to London's Heathrow Airport, and we're going to achieve that in just less than 2 hours and 50 minutes from now. Quite an achievement. We continue flying now on a northeasterly heading until a point just to the south of Gander, Newfoundland, about 30 miles off the coast, where we'll probably make a small right turn and commence our Atlantic crossing. We make just to the north of the Cornish coast before routing basically up the Bristol Channel over southwest England before commencing our approach into London Heathrow. If you want to readjust your watches now, the time in London this afternoon is 14:51. As I just mentioned, we'll be landing in less than 2 hours and 50 minutes from now. Weather in Heathrow is a little better than it was in New York. It's an southeasterly breeze, and the temperature will be a little cooler, but hopefully there won't be any rain. I hope you continue to enjoy your supersonic flight with us today, and if there's anything any of us can do, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.
Thank you. Concorde trinkets for sale?
We do. We're going to come through with them any minute. As soon as I can start, I'll be through with them.
You have a standard amenity kit too?
Which one?
An amenity kit? Do you give away an amenity kit?
No, we don't. With a lovely certificate and a black and white photo that you'll get as you disembark. Exactly. Hello, Jonathan Lee. You're right. Are you trying to go that way or that way? And they cleared in up there, Bobby. They're cleared in. We'll do it all at the end of the flight, Bobby. It'll be a nightmare to try to do it during the flight.
Well, here we are in the Concorde bathroom. Pretty good. But it is hot in here.
Passing through 57,300 feet at the moment, and our ground speed is 1,300.
Do you have one of those catalogs?
30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
We flew through a relatively warm air mass around about 1,500 to 2,000 miles ago, and that meant that the temperature on the nose of the airplane got right up to the maximum 10 degrees centigrade.
What do you have?
I may not have felt the windows. The windows are quite hot to the feel. Right now the temperature on the nose
key
is
ring. I'd like to see maybe.
despite the fact that the outside air temperature is minus 58.
We've got many other items, but they're just the
purely to
Concorde
the
items.
friction of the air passing
The
over
keyring,
the
sterling
aircraft.
silver. Got the cufflinks,
In
the money clip, the bookmark.
165 miles time, we're going to be commencing our deceleration and descent. And flying at around about 23 miles a minute, that's just 7 or 8 minutes from now. The way we slow down in the Concorde is to reduce power initially by about 10%, and you'll feel a marked deceleration when we do that. And when we've slowed down to around about Mach 1.6, we make a further power reduction, and we then commence the descent to become a subsonic aeroplane again just below 40,000 feet. As we're flying eastwards, the air is getting a little cooler outside, so we're hoping that we can just do a little bit of a climb right at the very last stages of the flight to get you right up to the maximum altitude that the airplane is certified to fly at, and that is 60,000 feet. So there's just 6 or 7 minutes left now for you to savour the feeling flying at Mach 2.
Yeah, I would like one
I'm
of
sure
those.
there's no need for me to ask if you're enjoying the flight so far. Just enjoy the last few minutes of Mach 2 before we commence our deceleration and descent. Thank you.
The keyring, the money clip, and the bookmark are all you have?
Yes, and the cufflinks. Yeah. You can do the others on mail order, and Laurent will give you a form if there's any of the other items. They post them to you within 10 to 14 days.
Okay.
But I can do that now for you.
And do they charge you shipping or all things like that?
There is a small shipping charge to the States.
What about to Europe?
Europe, no.
Okay. I have to get my wallet from my bag in the what do you call it?
In the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Anything else at all? No? I'll come back with
These are $60 or a
yeah,
different
about $65, $45. I'll just wait till Monica gets your jacket.
Thank you. It's not the jacket actually.
Oh, what is it?
It's my bag, which is in the wardrobe.
Sorry, I've told you. You'll need to come out and get your bag then. Just tell her, sorry, it's your bag.
Okay.
I told her it was a jacket in the wardrobe.